Cigarette smoking is incredibly ubiquitous in cinema. But it's never just a cigarette. It amounts to more, serving as an extension of character and emotion. We could write off smoking's commonplace in older cinema and its recess in newer releases as smoking being a staple of the past, which is certainly a reasonable conclusion. It has become a sort of taboo as awareness of its health attractions has increased.
These are very bad for you.
So today, the act of smoking appears as a much more deliberate choice by the filmmaker and will color a character in a different light with the context of time and culture. A recent example is Challengers. Patrick Zweig's smoking at age 30 reinforces how he's a pathetic, washed-up tennis star at a crossroads in his career.
Dare you? Jesus Christ!
You compare that to Cary Grant smoking in literally anything, and you're not really thinking about it. But look closer at the way older films and period pieces use cigarette smoking. In The Red Shoes, a cut to an insert shot of an overflowing ashtray parallels the character's dejection and anxiety before more dramatic displays of emotion. In Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, these two shots of cigarettes spilling from the passenger door of a car and then nothing from the driver's side highlights the contrast between two characters. One who is a dysfunctional wash-up, and the other who's a carefree, easy rider. The dynamic is communicated without even a word. And in another Quentin Tarantino film, Inglourious Basterds, the memorable opening scene has SS Colonel Hans Landa interrogating a French farmer for rumors of harboring a Jewish family. The farmer asks if he could smoke his pipe, to which Landa says,
"Oh, please, Monsieur Lapetit, this is your house. Make yourself comfortable."
An intimidation tactic.
Oui. Yes.
Which she employs again when he himself asks,
"May I smoke my pipe as well?"
And he pulls out a great big calabash. Listen to what writer-director Quentin Tarantino has to say about it.
And so at a certain point, he brings out this pipe. And what pipe does he bring out? He brings out the Sherlock Holmes pipe. You can say, I know you're lying and I got you. I've got the Sherlock Holmes pipe. So maybe he doesn't smoke a pipe at all. It's simply just an interrogation technique to throw the farmer, send him more to hell.
This isn't merely conjecture. It's a deliberate choice by filmmakers who recognize that it's a great way to communicate character traits like rebelliousness, swagger, status, anxiety, or the lack thereof, depression, moodiness, and so on. The filmmaker could be more explicit about what they're trying to achieve with an exchange of dialogue, as in Gilda.
You smoke too much.
Or they could be somewhat reserved in what they convey, such as in Breathless. And sometimes it isn't even about character. It can be used as a plot device. But in my mind, there's one filmmaker whose work stands apart, which is Wong Kar-wai.
Do you like pineapple?
He often captures a character's loneliness through the act of smoking, but in the way he uses it, it's not solely about the characters, it's also about the atmosphere and a general emotion permeating the film's tone. He conveys in the Mood for Love the deep longing the two characters feel through shots that linger on the billowing smoke, and when the editor refuses to cut away, you understand the sorrow. This approach spells out the melancholia and mellowness that pervades the overarching tone of many of his films. I do have to wonder, maybe sometimes it's just nice to look at and little more, and that's okay too. Smoking is an excellent visual storytelling device and reminds us that it requires only an image to tell an effective and compelling story.
It damn well hurts.
Certainly it hurts.
Well, what's the trick then?
The trick, William Potter, is not minding that it hurts.
So the next time you're watching a movie and you see a character pull out a cigarette, maybe consider what the filmmaker is trying to achieve in that moment. And you might be surprised.